Great to have you with us. Now, first story, ACP Dr. Benjamin Akyem Joe, charged with high treason in what state prosecutors say was an attempted coup, is in the Kumasi District Court for the second time. Let's speak to Komla Adum, who is live there for an update. Komla, tell us what's happening at the court now.
Akyem Joe is currently being ushered into the courtroom. I see a raft of police officials who are currently escorting him. So he has just gotten off the vehicle as we speak. He is not sporting his police uniform. He is currently waving at the crowd that have gathered in front of the courtroom. Daniel, let me just paint for you a picture of what I see. He is wearing a kaftan, almost like a blue-black kaftan, a top and a down to match, a short sleeve, and he is just marching into the courtroom at the moment. I have to tell you that a short time before he was allowed to get off the vehicle, about 9 to 10 police officials were heavily guarding the vehicle in which he was brought in. And so I've seen his lawyer, lead counsel, Martin Tebu, also walk into the courtroom with two other lawyers. And now, as I tell you, Daniel, ACP Benjamin Akyem Joe is being escorted into the courtroom at the moment. And he actually waved at the crowd of people there and saying, "I see all of you, I see all of you." And then he walked into the courtroom.
Is he with his family?
In fact, his family were already represented here. As early as 8 a.m. when we got here, tens of family members were here, including his wife, who is herself sporting a straight dress, a blue and a wine-colored dress. I have to say she looked very sprightly in the morning. She was here together with brother of ACP Benjamin Akyem Joe and other relations. I could count about 20 to 25 of them who were here a short time ago. So they are heavily represented, the family members, I have to say.
Right, thank you very much, Komla Adum, for those updates. As and when the court case proceeds, we will definitely update you on what's going on. Of course, as we do know, ACP Dr. Ben Akyem Joe is being sent to court today as a follow-up to when he was first sent to the district court earlier this week. Now, his legal practitioners are arguing that the district court does not have jurisdiction to hear this case, and it is just the state prosecution's excuse for refusing to grant him bail. They say that this is a committal procedure, and so they cannot be seen before the district court because of the nature of the charges which are being preferred against him. He, of course, is being held in relation to that alleged coup plot which was hatched allegedly by Dr. Dr. Frederick McPalm, head of the Citadel Hospital at Kotobabi. We'll take you back to that story when we have more. In the meantime, confusion at ECG as workers vow to resist plans by management to reverse recent staff promotions to make way for the reintegration of their colleagues who left the company to join the now defunct PDS. The workers were promoted to fill vacancies left by ECG staff who decided to join PDS during the takeover by the concessionaire in March. But government's decision to terminate the agreement means almost all the workers inherited from the ECG had to return to the ECG. JoyNews editor Fred Smith is monitoring events at the ECG headquarters, and he will be joining us shortly with those details of what exactly is transpiring at that office. Before we go there, though, managers of 3 hostels cited for discharging feces into open drains as Ayodiasi news site in Kumasi have been fined a total of 9,000 cedis by Asokore Mampong District Court. Afrani, Sab and Caesars Palace hostels have also been given up to 30 days to abate the nuisance and build proper waste systems or risk being closed down. They pleaded guilty to charges of connecting waste pipes into public drains without lawful authority and discharging fecal matter into public drains. Erastus Asaridonko moves with a combined enforcement team of Kumasi Metropolitan and Oforikro Municipal Assemblies as part of the sanitation campaign with Love FM and Inshura FM.
Hey, but look, all the toilet and all that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
So this is effluence coming from...
Yeah, this is the toilet. This one is from here, and this one is from here. And if you come here, come and say, you can put toilet on somebody's And I live here. Look at that.
Landlords at Chumdiasi suburb have been battling caretakers of these hostels for years for directing raw feces and wastewater into the open. Not even arrest of caretaker of Caesar's Palace and subsequent notice by the Oforikrom Environmental Office could move them to listen to the complainants. The 3 caretakers came before the Asokore Mampon District Court on Thursday. Francis Ade of Afrani Hostel, Caesar's Palace Retakwatin, and Godwin Agbe of Saab Hostel all pleaded guilty with explanation. Judge Portia Moli Anafo Salia Mrs. described their explanations as untenable and convicted them on their own plea. They were sentenced to 250 and 100 penalty units on their respective counts of connecting waste pipe into public drain without permit and connecting effluent into public drain. In delivering judgment, the judge indicated that they are first offenders. She also directed that they have 30 days to construct proper septic tanks and soakaways to soak their wastewater. And that will be supervised by the Oforikrom Municipal Assembly to ensure that they are up to standard. If after 30 days they do not conform, she will order for the closure of all 3 hostels. Let me speak with some of the landlords, and today they came up in their numbers to come to the court and tell the court how bad they feel about the discharge. Let me speak with the gentleman here. What's your name, sir?
My name is Daniel Asamani.
Today you saw what happened in court. Is that what you wish for? Are you happy with the verdict?
We are very, very happy about the verdict of the court, because today justice has been perfectly delivered. Because for the past 15 years and more, we have been struggling with these hostel people about this particular nuisance of effluent being discharged into the natural environment. And we are very grateful for all the key players in this struggle. Love FM, the landlords, the residents in the area, the court, and everybody.
I think we're very glad with what is happening now, because we've been struggling with them for some time now, and then at a point I think I have some issue with those people, and then we had to even resort it by going to the police station. But today justice has been delivered, and I think it's fine. We are all...
Al-Hassan Bukari is the prosecutor.
Oh, removing that amount of money is not small. So they will go and do it. Others who hear it within the community, they will also follow suit. They will do theirs too. There are many of them who are doing those things there. We'll fix dates and times of inspection that we will get there. At least in a week, we should be there once again every week. We check up to see. If it's getting to the 30 days, getting to the end, we'll double our getting the days we'll go there. Make sure the right thing is done at the right time. If they fail, well, we'll come back to court.
That's in Kumasi. Let's come to Accra now. And environmental officers have given 10 households here 24 hours to improve their sanitation or face court. The main challenge the Joy Clean Kana campaign found was to do with the lack of toilets. The toilets in the households which had them were in very bad shape. Nancy Emefa Dradosi went along with the team to the Ayawaso North Municipal Assembly and has a wrap of events.
Going to part of Mamobi West, our normal house-to-house inspections.
Meet Mariama Brima, Environmental Health Officer for the Ayawaso North constituency.
The sanitation in this area is so bad. That is why we want to go there for the inspection.
We set off into the slums where the team finds a toilet facility serving both the household as well as the public.
Baby and Nipano air cotusono. She said the Honina aye fifi. She sinkano, Nina nye. Public toilet, a yarian kwa, and I wasn't in the Uma Weni at the home.
The conditions were awful and appeared not to have been cleaned for days.
And do 5 minutes.
I say, I'm saying, go see what the maybe. And go see from her here. Think I won't say black nail hono. And I was just thinking, I say, yes.
Oh, say, I didn't know one. No, you see, about the toilet Nankasa a week, and me crawl.
The inspector did not take it lightly when she found the septic tank.
O toilet no flash tank
It was broken and had been covered with a roofing sheet, blocks, and also a broken table.
Dangerous. Yes, broken slab. I was a musiesie. Obitiasu no toma, papa. Enya papa, mwamu nimse enya papa, nti mudi zinc akataso. Se obi metiaso, non tom. Let's issue him with a notice.
The operator had also kept some materials by the toilet.
Any one said that. Containers in your woman. Containers in your woman. A pint on tom. A pint on tom. And on tom kaye, and my yari, malaria, de Biako hospital.
When the team entered the house, we were met by this green semi-mosquito pond.
Yeah, Moyal alone. Until the bend that I'll learn soon at the wire I say. But I'll learn soon and run your home. And run, Mammy, ya missy and canocre. I'm swearing and I'll learn soon. And ready. Me a Muslim, we a Muslim. And yan runs so can you green say.
Madame Mariama quickly asked them to scoop out the water.
As well, I call for Ruanga to Kumuzue. I call for Ruanga, baby chop.
News had already reached other public toilets in the community, and they were busy scrubbing before we got there. Even though they were cleaning, the inspector spotted other things.
No, what I'm cleaner. No, the toilet paper. No, toilet never. Oh, Mikega, chicken kotoku. Hey, come here. Niba no. I don't know the toilet paper. Yeah, I can't have paper. Hey, yes, sir. No, sir. How can I I'm telling him that the water there is breeding mosquito. Then he's telling me he's aware. Then why, if you are aware, why do you allow the water there? That he will pour it away.
As we moved to the next house, we find a chamber pot containing human excreta.
Bra. And then, umame. Oh, yeah, it's very good. Oh, yeah, yeah, Nicosa, Tamco. Umame woho, anyone so pie. I didn't know. Oh, mammy, tea. Tis a wunria, I ye bibisa. Let a can't go for answer and me woeful.
They quickly disposed it off and swept their compound. Madame Naomi sells rice, but doesn't even know she's supposed to have a health card.
Dr. Krata, would you tell me? Why, Dr. Krata be adding? And a year, I Adriania Woton. Ya catch him say, I'll be ton be say ya, ye see if be. Not be any shame. Way a reable, and from my who bibia a goom. Oton, Emma, a man for AD, papa.
Even worse was when we found a dark, dirty, green algae infected bathroom with the doors almost falling off.
A Jarian, Mujari at me to Moody, and a Jariana Fisa. Yet on Adriani wa haya. She said a Jaria etie. Debia Yariano equa Adrianum, near Coto, near D.
But we were yet to see the worst.
Munina Mocoso said yet, a mamma.
This was a toilet that the team was confronted with. A pan latrine that was 2 feet long, with the surface covered with a mixture of charcoal and ash. That's not all. Waste papers were scattered all over, with feces also on the floor.
In sanitary toilet, in their premises, an accumulation of waste papers in the toilet. I don't even know how to describe it. Cry again. It's very bad. It's not good for the usage. So we will ask them to stop using it. they should close it. They should demolish it. Then get the Gamma toilet.
After insisting the landlord was not around, the inspectors called him on the phone.
Na mom close to finish say ya na yen hwese ben just say mom be hwe ama yen si gama de no bi ama ya ro be kokot what ye hwe woni mo china.
Now, Sanitation Minister Cecilia Habnadapa has described persons who are not committed to ensuring a clean environment as saboteurs. In an interview with JoyNews, the minister appealed to all persons, including private and public organizations in the sanitation and waste management sector, to collaborate in ensuring a clean Ghana.
If we have to do some work, meaning if we've been contracted to handle solid waste, like bigger muscled companies like Zoom Lion, Jekora, and other ESPA members are doing, you know, there are also smaller ones. We appeal to them that they should all assiduously work hard to make sure the management of the waste is done. The sweeping of our streets, the collection of the waste after sweeping, the transfer of the waste to the transfer stations, and finally to our landfill sites. That is the route for solid waste. I must commend Zoom Lion, Jekora, and all of them for the work they've done so far. And I will equally say that there's a lot that we need to do to make sure we have the optimum services from these service providers. I will not leave out our responsibility as a government to make sure the payments are regular and up to date. We are trying to do that. Now we come to the liquid waste. This features strongly in the report that I listened to. How on earth can someone operate a commercial facility and dumps liquid waste into our drains? Clearly, this person is a saboteur. For all you know, he's not even paying taxes. Even might not be there. And these are all to be checked by the district assemblies and the municipal assemblies. Fortunately,
Cecilia Abinadapa commended the Multimedia Group Limited for its Clean Ghana campaign. She hopes the National Sanitation Authority will handle these issues when it becomes operational.
One of the stories where the liquid waste churned out from a commercial public toilet exits into a drain. Highly unacceptable. I will use this at this juncture to use this opportunity to appeal to all of us to act as whistleblowers. That is why His Excellency, in his vision of getting Accra clean, cleanest, and making sure Ghana is clean, called on us at his inauguration that we should not be passive citizens, but active citizens in this country. We have a proverb in Twi that says, Obi bebo ama wosua and tise wosun usun. To wait. If you have to cry, cry your cry. Don't wait for somebody to beat you before you cry. We are not in a police state. So I'm humbly appealing to our conscience that we need to have behavioral change, attitudinal change. We abhor traditionally filth and debt, and I don't think we should sit idle whilst some of us, maybe a few of us, perpetually do bad things to thwart our efforts in our sanitation war. It is a war, I should say, because it's been lingering for a long time, and now I must, at this juncture, also commend JoyNews, Joy FM, for their untiring efforts in partnering all institutions, I'll say, to bring sanity into the
Now, the District Assembly Common Fund Administrator Nat Toshi Ado and Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta have been summoned to the House to Parliament on Tuesday over delays in release of funds to district assemblies. Parliamentary correspondent Kwesi Parker-Wilson joins me with details. Now, Parker, I know the minority raised the issue yesterday. It was discussed extensively that some district assembly fund allocations have not reached the district yet. What else has come up on this matter today in the House? Okay, so then you remember that yesterday we spoke to the Deputy Minister responsible for local affairs, indicated that the monies have already been released to the assemblies, but on the floor of the House, the minority insisted that they have checked with their MMDCs and they have told them that they have not received any money yet. And that is why they are demanding the application of the Common Fund Director. But the majority leader had wanted to shoot down the call that already monies have been paid. But Speaker Joe said, or we indicated, well, members of the House are interested party in this matter. So it'd be proper and fair to listen to the Director for the Common Fund, so that at least it will bring matters to rest. So he instructed that on Tuesday they invite the Director to the House, Administrator to the House, to come and then answer the question. Right, so that means on Tuesday we should get an answer to this question. But what else has been happening on the floor of the House today? Okay, so the Trade Minister, Alan Chamantin, was just on the floor answering questions on what the government is doing to create job opportunities as far as the One District, One Factory is concerned. And so just as I was stepping up from the House, it was just about giving his answer to what is happening. Right. So I'm sure that by the time when we get everything, we'll let have you. Right, okay. Best head back inside there and get those answers. Thank you very much, Dr. Wilson. He is our parliamentary correspondent. Let's come back to the capital now, and let's go to the ECG's headquarters this morning. Like we said earlier, there has been some unrest there. Fred Smith is on the line. He's joining us there. Fred, what's been the mood at the ECG headquarters this morning?
Well, currently, Daniel, there's a hold-up between the workers and management. They're supposed to have a meeting to address some concerns the workers have raised, and they do not want their colleagues who left ECG to join PDS, who are now returning, to be part of this meeting. And so they are demanding that they excuse them whilst the meeting takes place. MD for ECG, the new MD, who's been in office for less than a week, is the one chairing this meeting. And he has also just announced to the gathering that he's received a phone call and that he has to attend to an emergency. And so he's also exited the hall, and I can just see the executives of Pool, who are also part of the PDS returnees, also exiting the hall. And so I think their wish has been granted that their colleagues from PDS have been asked to go out. Now, the main concern that they have is a rumor they've heard that management intends to reverse all promotions that took place when their colleagues left the company. When they left, there was a hole. I mean, there were vacancies which were filled. They were advertised, and people applied and were given those positions. And so now that their colleagues are returning from PBS, they are asking that their positions that were vacant be returned to them, which would mean that those who were given those positions as ECG staff will now have to, leave those positions for their returnees to take over. And they're saying it will be unfair treatment, and therefore they will not allow that to happen, Daniel.
Do we know if management has taken a decision on this position matter?
Well, just before the managing director left here, he announced that it was a decision. It was a proposal from the returnees. They number about 6,000. They made that proposal to have this done as condition for their return. And they are seriously considering that. But the workers are unhappy about that, and they're saying that if they are pushed, they will go outside the walls of ECG to demonstrate their displeasure over that decision.
Thank you very much, Fred Smith, for that update. We will, of course, be bringing you the details on that story as and when more developments come up. Now, in July this year, JoyNews brought to light the story of 11-year-old Bismarck Taro, who had a severe spine dislocation after falling from a fruit tree when he was 6 years old. The 11-year-old has successfully undergone corrective surgery at Focus Orthopedic Hospital, with doctors excited about his recovery. But Komala Adom reports Bismarck is due to be fully discharged to reunite with his family in 2 weeks. He, however, has some outstanding bill of 60,000 cedis to clear.
I feel pains at night, and I can't sit and write in school. I have to stand whilst writing. This disrupts my concentration in the classroom. I am unable to walk for long.
The little boy from Apersukubi in the Biakuya district of the Oti region reportedly fell off a fruit tree and dislocated his spine. His family, teachers and friends hoped someday help would reach Bismarck to have his condition corrected.
I am pleading with the general public to support me raise money for my son's surgery.
Stay for you. 2 months after JoyNews told the distressing story about the boy who is on the verge of dropping out of school because of his condition, help has come.
And from the assurances we've gotten, we are optimistic that Bismarck will grow up being a normal child.
Today, Bismarck's story has changed. With the help of some groups and individuals who contributed a total of 30,000 cedis, the 11-year-old has undergone the corrective procedure.
I have successfully undergone the surgery. I am well.
Bismarck can afford a smile and, of course, walk again. It's been only a couple of weeks since his surgery. He wants to return to his village and get back to normal life again.
Thank you, everyone, for the support.
But while his rehabilitation processes continue, there is an outstanding bill of 60,000 cedis that needs to be cleared. Little Bismarck Taro says,
there is still the final part of my rehabilitation process. We need your help to settle the rest of the outstanding bills.
As I leave the hospital, I am overcome by emotions, looking at the transformation that has happened in 4 months. Today, I see a happy little boy, a hopeful kid whose dream of becoming a soldier is not all gone after all.
Right, it's still live on JoyNews today, please. More donations are needed for Bismarck to be discharged. 60,000 cedis is a lot of money.